How we doing, Team Slightly? Just wanted to talk to you guys here in the locker room of the Slightly Biased headquarters, just because I want to make sure you guys have your head locked in. You need the MILF shirt back. Here's the problem. I got the MILF shirt a size too big, and I've been to the gym just working on my fitness, and now it's too big. Now it's too big. Except I haven't been to the gym in a couple days. I had a fucked up heel problem, man. So I got back into town last Friday, obviously. Landed. Hold on a second. This is about to fall off. Landed. We did the stream with Nick immediately. Never say that I'm not content pilled, man. Landed from a busy travel day and immediately went live. So anyways, Saturday, woke up. We streamed here. Then I went and played basketball for the first time in a couple weeks because I was craving it. And fucked my heel up somehow. I don't get why. I stretched. I try to stretch at least every day. Stretched extra hard for this one because I knew I hadn't played in a while. Didn't even play that crazy. Just over the course of the game, my heel, I could just feel my heel kind of tightening up. I'd never felt that. Was worried it was an Achilles, but it wasn't. It wasn't an Achilles. The moment that I left the gym, you know, the older you get, you leave the gym or something, and you feel something, and it just progressively gets worse. That's how it was. By the end of the night, I couldn't walk, and it's been until today that I can like now comfortably walk around. It's still a little tender. Like I'm not gonna test playing basketball. I actually go out of town again on Saturday, and I'll be gone for a week, so I don't want to fuck up my heel before I go to the beach, pretty much. I don't know what happened there. I tweeted it out, and I got a lot of responses that are like, dude, you're gonna die soon if you don't take better care of yourself. It's like, dude, calm down, bro. Relax. I know I just turned 22 years old. I know I just turned 22, but not getting that old. I know I just turned 22 years old. So, it is what it is. This shirt right here, take a good look. It's the last time you'll see it. This is a piece of shit shirt. I'm never wearing it again. Okay? So everyone say goodbye to this shirt. It looks cool. I mean, it kind of looks cool on the stream. I don't even remember buying this. So I had a pretty bad spending stretch. And I just full stop don't even remember buying this. It just popped up. My printer just printed something by itself. What does this mean? 666 demon time. It's the shittiest shirt of all time. I don't even remember buying it. I guess I got drunk one night and bought it on Instagram or something. I missed slightly before his Europe trip. He changed. All right. Speaking of Europe, let's talk about Serbia. Wait, won't your hairline get pushed back if you wear your headband like that? There's people think putting your hair up a lot pushes your hairline back. I'm not sure I'm a believer. Not sure I believe it. I guess it's possible. Yeah, this print is terrible. Absolutely terrible. I mean, here's the thing, right? When you get older, your hairline probably goes back, and you can blame it on a lot of different things, but a lot of times it's just genetics and getting older, okay? Sometimes it's as simple as that. All right, so I did just finish watching this. I was watching it live, the USA-Serbia game. Obviously, we're prepping for the start of the Olympics, which is a week or so away. A little bit more than a week away. Been playing a lot of NCAA football. Pretty much all I've done since it came out. I am working on a Klay Thompson video that I hope to have out tomorrow. When did the Mavericks play today? 3. I don't want to fucking watch them. They're terrible. My dynasty team right now is UNT. I'm rocking with UNT. My thing is, though, is I always do. I'm offensive coordinator at UNT, and then I'm hoping to get hired onto a bigger school via the coaching carousel. I'm just biding my time. Biding my time. I've watched the Mavs Summer League. They are fucking terrible. Like, it's hard to watch. Nick and I were supposed to do a recap of the game a couple nights ago on the Locked On episode I was on. Didn't even. Oh, that game starts at 2. All right. All right, this might be a short stream then. Okay, because I have to watch that because Nick wants to maybe do a post game on that as well. All right, let's cut the shit then. Let's cut the shit. The Olympics start next Friday, I believe. I don't know when the first games are. I don't know if the basketball tips off then. Summer Olympic basketball schedule. Let's see. I'm not doing a watch party for... I absolutely refuse to do a watch party for the Summer League after last year. It was so boring. I can't do it. Saturday, July 27th. All right, so it starts on Saturday. We got Australia, Spain. That's pretty fun. Germany, Japan. Germany should win that by 100. France, Brazil. France should win that by 100. Greece, Canada. Wow. All right, so we're starting with Australia, Spain's pretty good. Greece and Canada's pretty good as well. And then Team USA plays Serbia. Wow. In their first game on Sunday. And speaking of Team USA, they played Serbia today. I watched it all. They're good, man. They're going to win the gold. I would be absolutely shocked if they do not win the gold medal. They're good. One of the better ones I can remember. One of the better Team USA teams. These stats aren't right, are they? What's wrong with these stats? So anyway, Serbia gets absolutely blasted today, and it was kind of close, kind of interesting. I will say, if we're just going to talk about the talking point that everybody's going with this team, it is Joel Embiid sticks out like a sore fucking thumb. I mean, he just does. Embiid sticks out like a sore thumb, not just in the starting lineup, but just in general. Doesn't look like an international basketball guy. You know? But him starting, though, allows the Team USA to bring the Bam Adebayo, Anthony Davis group off the bench. And that duo is an absolute nightmare. That duo is a nightmare for teams. Yeah, Embiid is... I mean, Embiid did a couple little foul-baiting moves. I'm not going to lie. I don't like Embiid on Team USA at all. I am rooting for Team USA in this Olympics. I'll root for Slovenia anytime they're in it, but they're not in it this year, obviously. So I'm rooting for Team USA. I don't like Embiid being on Team USA. I'm just going to be honest with you. It does not feel right to me. I'm just being real. It does not feel right to me that he's on Team USA. It feels grody. It doesn't feel right. I don't enjoy watching him play basketball in the slightest. It's impossible for me to root for him. I wouldn't say I hate him. I don't hate anybody in the NBA. He is my least favorite player in the league, though. I will say that comfortably. I really dislike watching him. So I'm not a fan of him being on Team USA. And it's just wonky, man. It's wonky. It is a wonky ass fit. KPJ. Okay, well. Different there. It's a wonky fit, but regardless, right, it's basketball hate. It's not real hate. I dislike watching him play basketball. But as wonky as the Embiid fit is, like, this team should win the gold medal pretty easily. I don't think that's a foul. I really don't think that's a foul, to be honest with you. I'm happy they didn't call it. How about that? Canada could give them some problems. Serbia, they're better than they showed today. Bogdan didn't even play in this game, I don't think. Obviously, you're not going to show everything because these two teams play each other in their first group game. But Serbia will be better than they were today. Obviously, you have Canada. Australia gave them a run. I mean, Australia gave them quite the scare. So it's not going to be like there's no point in even watching Olympic basketball because Team USA is going to dominate, but they should win, and I'd be very, very, very surprised if they don't. 7-footer falling off on his ass. I know, it's not fun to watch. It just isn't. What else happened since the last time we went live? Kyrie Irving broke his hand. Donald Trump almost got assassinated. Summer League. Gary Trent Jr. went to the Bucks. I mean, a lot of things to talk about. Which one should we talk about, guys? Which one? Thoughts on Alex Sarr? Oh, man. He looks fucking... Hey, look, if I were a Wizards fan, I'm pooping my pants. I'm not going to lie to you. You don't want to put too much stock into summer league activities, and you don't want to put too much stock into summer league activities and stats and the counting stuff, right? Shooting splits, all of this. You really want to focus more on the process than anything else. He looks good defensively, and I will give him that. What is concerning, and here you go. I just searched Alex Sarr, and this popped up, and this is exactly what I want to talk about, and this is the exact point I want to make. Shout out to Nathan Grubel. I'm not concerned with Alex Sarr's 0 for 15 night from a make-miss standpoint. I'm concerned because he showed zero physicality on offense. Big men have been willing to fight through contact and go through over defenders at the basket. Sarr tried to play like a non-contact wing. That's the part that's very concerning to me, is he looks fucking terrible. Like, it's one thing to miss shots. That's going to happen. Whatever. You can ignore all of that if it all looks good while it's happening. Right? Think back to Trae Young in the summer league. The shooting splits were god-awful. But if you watched it, it's like, oh, yeah, he just looks like a small guard who's just not making shots currently. Sarr does not look good at all. At all. And I would be concerned. I would be very concerned. Because, I mean, this is supposed to be where you dominate. It's one thing to be like, hey, he just wants to get some shots off. Like, this is where you're supposed to have a real physical edge when you're playing against, summer league guys and rookies and guys trying to fight their way into the league. That's when you should have your physical edge and you should be able to dominate. We've seen bigs kind of dominate. Edie dominated before he got hurt. Sarr has no interest in doing anything you want a big to do offensively. How on earth are you a big and you go 0-15? Genuinely. I mean, I'm genuinely curious. How is that even possible? 0 for 15. If you guys weren't aware, he went 0 for 15 in a game. How are you that big and you go 0 for 15? Bronny looks bad, but Bronny is never going to be a real NBA player, I don't think. Here you go. 4-on-1 fast break pull up 3. That's not, I'm going to be real, that's not that egregious, but it is kind of egregious. But here's the good thing, right? Bub Carrington's looked really good. So if you're a Wizards fan, not all hope is lost. Bub Carrington looks really good. Kling Kong looked good in that game as much as I saw. Yeah, Kling Kong was dominating him. Kling Kong was making him look like a little child. People need to stop talking about Bronny and just let him play. Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man. Bronny can't shoot. Bronny can't shoot. King Kong, not even slightly, would go for 15 in a summer league game. I mean, I definitely would. Kling Kong is Donovan Klingen's nickname. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good nickname. Kling Kong, it works. It doesn't roll off the tongue necessarily, but it works. De Silva's looked good in Summer League. Connect had his moments where he's looked good. Obviously, Reed Shepherd is probably the story of the Summer League just in terms of how he's played. Risha Shea's honestly looked pretty good as well. So just, I mean, out of the top draft guys, just taking like the top 5, Stephon Castle's looked good. Just taking out the top draft guys, it's really Sarr that looks concerning. Good defensively, but you got to bring it offensively. And so far, so bad, I would say. Too early prediction for Rookie of the Year. My gut tells me Edey. My gut tells me Edey. But I feel like that's going to be one of those things where we look back on it and we're like, why the fuck did we think Edey would have any chance? The only reason why I say it is because I think he'll be the starting center on a team that's trying to win. Edey's actually the favorite right now, but not by a lot. Reed Shepherd, definitely. I would say Risha Shea. I doubt it. Sarr, I really doubt it. Bazulis has looked good. Matas Bazulis has looked good. Connect. Stephon Castle, I think, got, like, I'm just thinking who will have the role necessary. Stephon Castle could. Dillingham, I could see there being stretches where Dillingham's not playing much. Ron Holland's looked good in Summer League so far. Bud Carrington, again, he's looked good. Pulling in Cody Williams. I mean, honestly, it's such a weird year. Any of these guys, Tristan De Silva even, I don't know. Don't know if he'll play it as much as needed. But there's Bronny James at plus 30,000. Wait, isn't Is Missy the one who's projected to be the starting center for the Pelicans? Who's the Pelicans starting center currently? Is that him? Hey, maybe him then. Maybe him. That's insane that they still have no center. Connect's defense is atrocious. I don't know how the Lakers expect to play Reeves and him at the same time. Man, what are the Lakers up to, huh? What are they up to? All right, let's talk about the Kyrie Irving stuff. Kyrie, a team source expressed optimism that Kyrie Irving would recover in time to participate in training camp. Kyrie Irving had surgery to repair a broken left hand. Mavs announced he sustained the injury training earlier this month. So Kyrie breaks his left hand. Fortunately, we've seen guys break hands, and it's just no ligament damage, not a soft tissue thing. So guys just get surgery, rest it up a little bit, and they're back. So as long as Kyrie is back by training camp, this is all fine and good. So do you think the injury means anything if he's ultimately going to be available for training camp? No, not really. It sucks. Breaking your hand is a freak thing. That's not some, he's injury prone thing. That's a freak injury. And again, it's not some soft tissue thing. It's not something that, we hope he's ready by training camp, but fuck, next thing you know, it's January and Kyrie still hasn't healed from this. So I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be ready to go. I'm not overly concerned about it, and I don't think you should either. There was another thing I wanted to look at. Best broken hand story always goes to Gardner Minshew. What happened to Gardner Minshew? I wanted to read this. I got the notification from this article earlier today. Just as some talking points. I want to see NBA's or ESPN's post-free agency NBA power rankings. I want to see where they have people at. But first, before we do this, we have to talk about the latest signing. Gary Trent Jr. Has this been confirmed that it is a vet minimum? Is this confirmed? Gary Trent Jr. to the Milwaukee Bucks on the vet minimum. Wow. I saw a tweet earlier today that there were teams offering him multi-year contracts. There were teams offering him contracts that ate into mid-level exceptions. It's a little bit surprising to me that he's a vet min guy. Obviously, I thought that, I don't know, the mid-level is just absolutely insane. There's plenty of guys this offseason I thought would be full mid-level guys. Like I thought Najee Marshall would be a full mid-level player. That was not the case. I thought Derrick Jones Jr. Well, I actually didn't think Derrick Jones Jr. was going to do that, but I thought a guy like Najee Marshall could. And I don't know, the mid-level is just really weird right now. But a vet minimum for Gary Trent Jr. is insane. Yeah, he wants to play with Dame again. He wants to be on a team that's going to contend. And it's a nice pickup for the Milwaukee Bucks, who have gotten Taurean Prince this offseason and Gary Trent Jr. Lost Malik Beasley, which is whatever. It did work out for Malik Monk a few years ago. That is true. If you do the vet minimum route, it could pay off tremendously. Malik Monk, obviously. Was Bobby Portis a vet minimum guy when he went to Milwaukee? Derrick Jones Jr. So if he ends up having a pretty big role on the Bucks and they're good and he's helping out and he's in the starting five and closing games for them, he'll get a pretty decent bag next offseason, you would like to think. But it is still pretty surprising. And yeah, he's 25 years old. I mean, he's 25. He was in the Luka draft. The mid-level exception offers he got, no longer there. He thought he was worth $20 million. He's not worth $20 million. I'll tell you that much. But still, 39% from three last year on 6.5 attempts a game. Can do some stuff off the dribble. Like, is an okay defender. Always thought he was an overrated defender, but is an okay defender. Like, that's a really good minimum pickup. Really good. No, didn't somebody this season sign the full mid-level, didn't they? I don't know. This offseason's been a little slow. Been a little slow. Melton, yeah. D'Anthony Melton got the full mid-level. There you go. There you go. All right, let's look at these power rankings. Do we think the Mavs are in the top 5? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, but again, before we get into this, I do want to read this. Here are my 2 questions regarding Kevin Porter Jr. yesterday to Clippers president of basketball operations, Lawrence Frank, as well as the answers. First of all, look, we're obviously very aware of his story. We've studied the case. We don't in any way want to downplay or minimize or condone domestic violence, okay? The allegations are serious and they're disturbing. With that being said, what we did is we hired an outside expert. We spent a couple of days with Kevin. The expert did a very thorough evaluation, and based on the expert's recommendations, we decided that it was worth an opportunity for Kevin. Now, with that being said, there's a personal development plan that he committed to back in October, and then we have our own personal development plan that he's committed to and will be held accountable to, and we think based on those facts that positive change is possible, and the standards will be high for Kevin. But we totally are aware of the history and in no shape, way, shape, or form do we want to minimize what allegations are. A Shams bomb? Wait, Chris Middleton news. Is this a bomb or is this like a mortar shell? Buck star Chris Middleton has undergone arthroscopic surgeries on both ankles. Wait. It's my turn now. This is breaking news here at the Slightly Biased Sports Desk. Buck star Chris Middleton has undergone arthroscopic surgeries on both ankles this offseason. Sources tell me and Eric Nim, and Slightly Biased as well, he is expected to be ready for the start of next season. Okay, that doesn't sound good. Both ankles? What the hell? This guy can't stay healthy, and it's sad. It's sad. Both. Let me just search it up. Arthroscopic surgery. I feel like that's just cleaning shit up, right? Diagnosing and treating joint problems. A surgeon inserts a narrow tube attached to a fiber optic video camera through a small incision about the size of a buttonhole. The view inside your joints is transmitted to a high-definition video monitor. Recovery time for arthroscopic surgery. Some patients are able to return to regular activities within 2 weeks, but most require roughly 6 weeks. All right, so he'll be fine. Both ankles doesn't sound good, though, and he's broken. So, Corey Joseph to the Magic. It just means cleaning out cartilage or debris. Yeah, I feel like these happen quite a bit, actually. I mean, getting them on both your ankles is a little crazy. And considering his injury history, it's not the best. All right, what was the... So far, so bad for this answer, in my opinion. Did you guys have any conversations with some of the women in the organization about bringing him in at all? Great question. Wow, that one right there. What a question. Well, I think we didn't have conversations with specific women, so no. But every decision that we make is we want to create a safe and comfortable work environment. And based on the experts we consulted with, they gave us very encouraging in regards to a safe and comfortable work environment. That will not be a factor. Wow. What's wrong with them? I mean, I'm sorry. I Kevin Porter Jr. probably at some point was going to get picked up by somebody. They fucking brought in Josh Primo last year. They have Kevin Porter Jr. now. Apparently, they were interested in Miles Bridges. Hey, who's next? Who can we bring on? What's the fucking wide receiver's name on the Vikings? Jordan Addison, who got a DWI and then the next day posted a picture of him drinking at a bar. Hey, can you dunk? Welcome to the team. Welcome to the Clippers. Who else? Jonte Porter, come on down. We're going to open up a fucking casino in the new stadium. We need Jonte Porter there. Welcome in. Karl Malone on the coaching staff. Jesus. I mean, have some dignity. It's a little embarrassing. I will be booing Kevin Porter Jr. every time he steps on the fucking court. Boo, 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 boo. Boo. The Clippers would sign a ghost of Aaron Hernandez if they were able to. Oh, man. Okay. So let's get into this article. What does Ray Rice do now? Ray Rice was like the first guy, I feel like. Obviously not the first guy to do something like that. But I'm saying it all, like, everything sort of changed after that. The leniency, or not, I wouldn't say leniency, but just how little sports teams gave a fuck about stuff like that changed dramatically after that. Plus, imagine Kai Jones tripping in the locker room. Well, at least I wouldn't pair Kai Jones with those other guys I mentioned because he didn't do anything illegal. At least I don't think. Just a different guy. Ray Rice also got caught in 4K and it went viral. Well, what made the Ray Rice story so crazy was they said there wasn't a video and they suspended him for 2 games or whatever, and they said they saw everything and that it was just 2 games. And then the video came out, and it was shocking, obviously. Damn, that was all the way back in 2014. OJ blocked me on Twitter, now I'll never be unblocked. How do you get blocked by OJ Simpson? Hey, that's, in terms of what the things that OJ Simpson could have done to you, that's a good outcome, I think. There's much worse that could have happened to you. Corey Joseph in 2024. Did he play in the league last year? Was he on the Warriors? What team was he on? There's not a lot of topics to go off of today. I'm not going to lie. I just wanted to stream because I hadn't streamed since Saturday. But we are entering those dog days of summer here. Warriors. All right. Let's look at these ESPN post free agency NBA power rankings. Always a good sign when one of the top emojis, I guess you can react to ESPN articles with emojis. Always a good sign when one of the top ones is a crying laughing emoji. you read the Dallas Morning News article about Cuban? Did it come out today? No, I have not. I did see a Mark Cuban ad on TV. I'd never seen that before. I saw that today. Forgot what I was watching. I'm assuming it was during the Team USA game. But it was for cost plus drugs. Do you think Gafford gets traded midseason? Honestly, no. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. Number 1, Boston Celtics. Number 2, if I had to guess, I would say Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, number 3, if I had to guess, I would say they put the Timberwolves here. All right, number 4. Now, this is where I'd throw the Mavs. This is where I would throw the Mavs. If I had to guess, I'm guessing they'll put the Sixers here. Okay, the Knicks. All right, that's fair. Mavs 5. But I'm going to guess they put the Sixers. Okay, all right. We'll take that. I think it's all right for the Knicks to be ahead of the Mavs. Although, the more I sleep on it and think about it, them losing Hartenstein's pretty fucking big deal. Like, it's a pretty significant deal. Especially considering how often injured Mitchell Robinson is. So if Mitchell Robinson gets hurt, who's stepping up in that role? Are they going to just be uber small with Julius Randle or OG or whatever, or what? But obviously they had a great free agency and they're very good. Mavs at 5, nice. Sixers at 6. Kind of feels a little premature. I wouldn't put the Sixers at 6. I think I'd still have the Nuggets ahead of them. I honest to God, honestly think that I would have the Bucks over them, maybe. It feels a little premature. Maybe it's just going off the top of my head. Embiid has looked like utter diarrhea in these Team USA games. Like, he's looked so bad from a physical standpoint that I was watching him today and I'm thinking to myself, how many more years of Embiid do we have realistically? Like, are we at like 2 years? Is there like 2 years of Embiid left? If Mitchell Robinson gets hurt? No. When Mitchell Robinson gets hurt? Yeah. Yes, you are correct. Mitchell Robinson will more than likely get hurt at some point. All right, then who do we think they have at 7? I'm going to guess Nuggets. All right. Then I'm going to guess, I have not read this, folks. I've not read this. And then I'm going to guess the Bucks. I've not read this, folks. I've not read this. All right, who's 9? We already have, 4 Western Conference teams and 4 Eastern Conference teams? So it'll be the Orlando Magics of the world, the Phoenix Suns maybe. I'm going to guess Indiana Pacers. Oh, my God. I have not read this. I've actually not read this. Then I'm going to guess Cleveland. Oh, my God. I genuinely have not read this. Indiana over Orlando. They did go to the Eastern Conference Finals. They didn't really do much in the offseason. If I had to guess, I think Orlando would be better. But I'm just guessing what ESPN would put. I don't think they'd go 3 Eastern Conference teams in a row. So I think a Western Conference team is thrown into the mix now. I think it's going to be Phoenix at 11. Oh, there's Orlando. Fuck. All right. Yeah, I'd have Orlando higher. I'd have Orlando at 9, I think. Then Phoenix. Yeah. Notable additions. Mike Budenholzer. Ryan Dunn. Mason Plumlee. So they do have Ryan Dunn. I was going back and listening to some like podcasts and stuff I missed while I was on vacation. And I was listening to the Rosello podcast, and he was talking about the Nuggets, I think. And he kept saying that they got Ryan Dunn. And that made me very confused. Because it felt like a Mandela effect moment. I felt like I was being gaslit. I think it might be Sacramento next. Oh, shit, the Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies should actually be higher than the Suns. Grizzlies, I think, have a good argument for being top 10. Let's not forget, they were, a top 2 seed a couple years ago? Surprised they're not buying into the Memphis hype. I'm buying into the Memphis hype. I am buying into it. 3. Pels, Kings. Yeah. It's just weird. It feels like there's such, at least in my mind right now, there's like a huge dividing line, I feel like. Probably after the Nuggets. I feel like these top 7 teams, if you were to go into the future and say any of these teams won the NBA Finals next year, I don't think it'd be that surprising. It would be a little bit surprising if the Celtics lost, but it wouldn't be like the most surprising thing. I think after 7, when you get to the Bucks, Pacers, Cavs, it starts to get pretty, it'd be like, whoa, what the fuck happened? You know? Warriors at 16. I think the Lakers are... Actually, I don't know. I was going to say, I think the Lakers are better than the Warriors, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not so sure. They seem about right. Oh. You know the Clippers are going to be ass. You just know. How can you tell? They lost Paul George for nothing. Their team's just not as good. Look at the logo, dude. It's horrible. No aura whatsoever. They're going to be terrible. Like, I could just already see that 11th, 12th, 13th in the Western Conference. You just envision it? Like, close your eyes and look at the conference standings in mid-March next year. We're trying to figure out seeding. And you're looking, all right, Mavs are 63 wins. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We're going down. Clippers are 4.5 games out of the 10th seed. Like, that's where we're at. And yes, the Oklahoma City Thunder have their pick. So they better be fucking good, or else the league is destroyed. Heat at 19. Are the Clippers really better than Miami? Man. Rockets, I really don't know how to feel about the Rockets. One day I like them, and the other day I don't. I don't know. Spurs at 21. Hawks. Damn. How the Hawks have fallen, huh? So last year, I feel like going into the season, there was maybe 2 or 3 teams that was like obvious they were going to be absolute ass. Maybe that's it. I feel like going into next year, there might be 10 teams that are just terrible. Because one of the teams in the top 20 is bound to get fucked by injuries, knock on glass. Hopefully it's not your team. That's just how it goes every single year. And then it's the Spurs probably will not be good next year unless Wemby's incredible. The Hawks will probably be shit next year. Utah will probably be shit next year, especially if they end up trading Lowry. The Raptors will be shit next year. The Bulls will be terrible, even though there was a report today that the Bulls aren't trying to tank. They're trying to be good. This franchise just... I could run it. Hornets will be awful. Actually, the Hornets might not be bad. I do this every single year at the Hornets. I had the Hornets as the 7th seed, I think, last year. I do this every single year with them. They might not be bad. The Clippers, I mean, here's the thing, is if Kawhi gets hurt, which he will, then what? Now what? I had the Hornets over Orlando. I had the Hornets over Indiana. I had the Hornets over... Who else? The worst Jerry in sports ownership. Look, if LaMelo was healthy last year, maybe they were the 7th seed. You never know. You never know. They might not be bad, though. Think about it. LaMelo will be back. How long? I don't know. I just got NBA Sintel'd, by the way. What? How did I fall for this for a brief second? Just listen to the fucking verbiage of this. The Clippers are reportedly edging themselves for a possible Zach LaVine trade. I believe that for a split second. In my mind, I was like, that sounds like a very weird way. I've never heard anybody use that verbiage to describe a team being interested. I've heard edging being used, but never in this capacity. Maybe I just don't know. ESPN senior NBA inside you. NBA Twitter, man. What a place. But LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges sort of becoming the third or fourth guy. Maybe a second-year leap from Brandon Miller. Get Mark Williams back into the mix. New head coach. There's an avenue. Josh Green is there now. There's an avenue. Like, I actually think that they're better than the Bulls, probably better than the Raptors, better than the Jazz right now. Honestly, if I had to guess. Portland will be bad, yes. Pistons will be bad again. Will they be worse than Portland? I really don't think so. Wizards, yeah. And the Nets will be absolutely horrible. I don't think the Pistons will be decent. The Pistons have tricked me quite a few times before. You know what's funny? I was thinking about this a couple days ago. I remember 2 seasons ago. 2 seasons ago. The year that the Mavericks missed the play-in tournament. I remember in the preseason, I had the Thunder and the Magic grouped together with the Detroit Pistons. And I said, one of these 3 teams is going to make the play-in tournament sooner than we think. Who's he going to be? And I was greatly considering the Pistons. Obviously, thank God I didn't fucking do that. I think the Thunder made the play-in tournament that year. But it's just sad that's where the Pistons are. I thought that they were on the verge of finally getting to that point that they've been trying to get to, and well. That's true. They got Tobias. Pat Bev got traded to Israel. What about that? Wow. So we're 48 minutes into the stream, and I thought I'd have more, but I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing to talk about. Do we get into Israel in the Trump assassination attempt? Like, is that where we head? Yeah, Pat Bev is going to Israel. What's going on with Tyus Jones? Is there any, like, smoke with him anywhere? Is there any smoke with Tyus Jones going anywhere? You doing a watch along for the Mavs game? No. Washington needs to re-sign. I just searched Tyus Jones' name on Twitter. Washington needs to re-sign Tyus Jones to make life easier for Alex Sarr. That could be an option. They did get Brogdon. Let's not forget that. Is Tyus Jones last? He could swing a series in the right matchup. Guy left. Heat fans want more. They tried as heck to get DeMar DeRozan. Nobody wanted Duncan Robinson. No offense. They had 1 first-round pick to trade. They wanted Tyus Jones. They couldn't make a deal here. Wait, the Heat really were interested in DeMar? I do kind of like Tyus Jones on the Mavericks. I just don't know how it happens. Oh yeah, Campaign goes to the Knicks. I kind of like that for them. He's like a deep rotation guy. This guy's fucking... The reaction videos that this guy is in are hilarious. Tyus Jones should go to Phoenix. They don't really have the capacity to make that happen. And they got Monte Morris, which I don't think is terrible for them. There's no way he signs for the minimum. You might as well just bring him back if you're Washington at that point. The Los Angeles Clippers are trying to go all in on acquiring Tyus Jones. That would be nice. Exum single-handedly won the Mavs a handful of games with his clutch shooting. They don't get 50 wins or 5th seed without him. I agree. I thought Exum looked pretty good in that Team USA game, by the way. Look at this, man. Warriors fans, I don't get the Lowry thing. I don't see why on earth Utah would do that. It feels like such a bad return for Markkanen, to be honest with you. But anytime I see like a Warriors fan sneak onto my timeline, they're like, yeah, we're going to get Lowry. Like, Lowry's going to be here. Like, let's see. I don't even mean to pick on this Warriors fan, but he just popped up on my timeline. Let's see. Let's see how the Warriors land Lauri Markkanen and Tyus Jones somehow. How? How do we get there? Lauri Markkanen and Tyus Jones on $8 million a year. Without having to give up Kuminga. I don't see it. I don't see it. Is this not just like a horrible fucking return for Utah, in my opinion? I feel like Kuminga obviously has to be in that. Pods is so overrated. He's just a solid young role guy. I don't think. Apparently, Utah really wants Pods. Okay, well, I guess maybe we'll see. Why do I keep getting these from ESPN? The top 100 players, top 100 athletes of the 2000s. Is there a reason that's coming out right now? Ranking the top 100 professional athletes since 2000. Oh, who do you think they're going to put at number one? Who do you think they're going to put at number one, LeBron or Brady? Assuming that this is pretty American-centric. I'd have to imagine it's pretty American-centric. Okay, Messi, sure. I could see them giving it to Serena Williams. That feels like an ESPN maneuver. Lewis Hamilton? No. I'm sorry. Can I draw the line at some point? No, I'm sorry. Lewis Hamilton, put him on the list. I'm sorry. I got to draw a line. I know there's a lot of racing fans in here, F1 fans. I got to draw the fucking line at some point. I have to. Wait, I'm actually interested and invested in this list. How can Mike Trout be 30, realistically speaking? How can Mike Trout be 30? Let's see. Charles Woodson. All right, I'm not going to lie. Early 2000s to mid 2000s football, I will not know shit. Ed Reed, great. I mean, I know who these guys are. Connor McDavid. All right, don't know the first thing about hockey. Feels like he should be higher, huh? Isn't he like the next big thing? Virat Kohli. Sure, I don't know anything about that man. Darrell Revis, okay. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I definitely fucked that pronunciation up. You can hear that? You can hear my cat? Dude, unbelievable. Acting a damn fool. Ronaldinho. McDavid is too low. Okay. How do you pronounce that? Is it Zlatan? Zlatan? Roy McIlroy? Zlatan? Pedro Martinez. Feels like Pedro should be higher. Dak Prescott better not be on this motherfucking list, bro. Honestly, though, he might be. I'm not going to lie to you. He might be. There's actually a world where he's on this. Pedro Martinez, should he? Okay, Pedro Martinez. All right, most of his good years were before 2000, so that's why. Wow, this feels so incredibly low for Aaron Rodgers. Okay, this immediately feels so unbelievably low. Aaron Rodgers at 91. That just feels insane. All right. She's a fucking dog. Stop dick eating the Cowboys. Anika Sorenstam. Okay. Roy Halladay. Rest in peace, obviously. Roy Halladay over Aaron Rodgers. Really? Okay. Ronald Nazario. Honestly, don't know who he is. Venus Williams. Okay, I thought for a second I was going to be Serena. I was about to be like, whoa. All right, Venus Williams. Kawhi at 85. Okay. Feels low. Maybe I'm just a basketball nerd. Feels low. I'm thinking Kawhi should have been around the 50s. No, Kawhi over Rodgers is valid to me. That's valid to me. That's valid. Lauren Jackson. Chris Paul at 83. So why in the fuck is Chris Paul ahead of Kawhi? What is the rationale there? Obviously, Kawhi at his peak was a better basketball player than Chris Paul. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard is a multiple-time Finals award winner, a multiple-time Finals MVP as well. Just objectively a better basketball player than Chris Paul when he was on the court. But I guess there is the longevity. And I don't know, maybe this is taking other things. Maybe it is more public figure. Maybe it's taking that into account. But absolutely no way should Chris Paul be over Kawhi Leonard, in my opinion. Kohi Uchimura, gymnast. Cheryl Swoops. Swoops, there it is. Hey, Texas Tech, baby. Shout out to Cheryl Swoops. Andy Murray, okay. Bryce Harper, all right. See, in my brain, that gymnast is insane. Goat gymnast. Uchimura. This is such an absurd concept for a list. I respect it, though. I got to be honest with you. I know that it's easy to make fun of these, but sitting down and trying to make a top 100 list of the best athletes in the world over the last 25 years is kind of insane. Swoops was the first WNBA superstar. Yeah, she was. I would maybe obviously Patrick Mahomes, but she's probably the second best Texas Tech athlete. After that, just in terms of their legacy and impact and what they did in their post Texas Tech career. Jarrett Culver or Zaire Smith had a nasty poster in the summer league, so he's up there as well. In my brain, Bryce Harper is better than this, higher than this, but I doubt it. Bernard Hopkins. Honestly, don't know the first thing about boxing. Cheryl Ann Fraser-Price. George St. Pierre. Don't know anything about fighting. I'm just being honest. You guys tell me if these are wrong. Mac McClung. Wes Welker's a good one. Peace out, Shrimp. Javier Hernandez. We're reaching a strong Lisa Leslie. I disagree with never. You think is right. Wait until you see Dwight Powell never won. That'd be nice. Mookie Betts, 73. So Mookie over Bryce Harper? Just in terms of impact, I would have to say no, but I do think Mookie's a better player, right? But again, I don't know what goes into this list. When you think of baseball over the last 20 years, Bryce Harper is one of the very top names. Just from it's not USA. No, I'll give them some props. It seems pretty international. Shaun White, wow. Is he still going? Manny Pacquiao at 71 feels insanely low. Is he not like one of the more impactful athletes of the last 24 years? Andres Iniesta, again, I'm not sure. Jason Kidd at 69. Huh. Okay. That feels high. I mean, Jason Kidd over Manny Pacquiao is fucking insane. Is Jason Kidd over Manny Pacquiao not absolutely nuts? All right, well, that at least guarantees Dirk's in here, because I was actually concerned that Dirk was not going to be on this list. But obviously Dirk's going to make the list. All right, I'm not going to lie. That feels kind of nuts. Over Manny Pacquiao. Am I missing something? Is Manny Pacquiao not one of the most... St. Pierre, I know GSPs, like in MMA circles, just in terms of MMA, is one of the greatest of all time. So I was wondering if that was a little bit low. But again, I don't know anything about fighting, really. Time to lock in for a crucial Mavs versus Heat game. I'll throw it on because Nick might want to talk about it. I have no desire at all to watch it. I'm just going to be honest with you. We'll have it on off to the side here. This list is hyping up basketball a lot. I'm actually so interested to see who's going to be number one. I'm invested now. I think it's going to be LeBron. It has to be LeBron. Has to be. They got fucking Jason Kidd 69, man. All right, Phil Mickelson. Is he wearing a FaZe hat? Phil Mickelson at number 68. Now, in my brain, right, is Phil Mickelson... Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about anyone I know who cares about golf. This seems about right, actually. James Harden at 67. I mean, okay, all right. James Harden was always going to be high. MVP. One of the biggest... That's his golf team, the High Flyers. Oh, okay. One of the biggest NBA stars for a solid decade. That feels about right, actually. John Jones. So, wow, there's a huge crowd here at this Summer League game. I think I can count 14 to 16 people. Paul, 24 months, 2 years at the Slightly Delusional Club. Ronaldo is arguably the GOAT of soccer. I was about to say, this feels low. We haven't gone for Ronaldo. We haven't seen Ronaldo yet, have we? This feels quite low for John Jones based off what I know about him. Mbappe at 65. All right, so is Luka on this list? Well, Mbappe's won a World Cup. $25 years old.
Be pressured like they were the other night, and what they need to do is they need to use their post people as releases and play.
Wait, I'm sorry. Am I seeing this correctly? Brandon Williams is not playing today? Who in the hell is going to be dribbling the basketball? Who is going to be dribbling the basketball for this Mavs Summer League team? Okay. Mia Hamm. U.S. soccer legend. Allison Felix. Shohei at 62. How do we feel about this one? Let me explain why I ask. Shohei, right? Sort of a recent one. Haven't seen all of his career. Hasn't played a playoff game. Has not played a playoff game. But if we're just going in terms of if we're just going in terms of impact, hype, just everything surrounding him, he should be in the top 50 though. And there's very good arguments that he's maybe the best baseball player who's ever lived. Ray Lewis. Key accomplishments: Hall of Famer, 12-time Pro Bowler, murderer, 8-time first-team All-Pro, only player with 40 sacks and 30 interceptions. Icon. Candace Parker, icon. Mariano Rivera. Okay. J.J. Watt. All right. Calvin Johnson over J.J. Watt and Ray Lewis. Oh, you know Jeter's top 10 for sure. Alexa Patoulis. Luka Modric. My football people, let me know. Let me know. He good? Alex Ovechkin. So this feels low. 54? Is that not a little low? Isn't he the all-time goal leader? Oh, second all-time with 853 goals? That feels low, huh? Not top 50 for probably one of the best, if not the best hockey player of the century? I don't know. There goes Omax. Had to pick up his dribble. Holy shit. Oh my God. Wow, nice shot. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's shocking. That's shocking. That's actually shocking that they have Jeter at 53. I thought for sure he'd be top 10. Wow. Huh. How long was Jeter? How many years in the 90s did Jeter play? Is that maybe a reason? Okay. Jeter played 5 years in the 90s, so maybe that's part of it. 10, I don't know who he is. I think Jeter overrated, whatever. Over the last 25 to 30 years, has there been a more iconic baseball player than Derek Jeter? Oh, Bonds. Well, I don't know if Bonds will be on this. He only played, what, like 4 years in the 2000s? I genuinely don't really know who's on the court for the Mavs right now. A-Rod. I'm just talking about in terms of popularity. What? Oh my God! Wait, what? Beltre over G. I mean, look, I'm not complaining. I actually did not think Adrian Beltre was going to be on this list at all. Paul with the $4.99. Brazilian Ronaldo, aka R9, is arguably the most influential, most talented at his peak, pound for pound talent soccer's ever witnessed. Have we already looked at him? Yo, who is this on the Mavs? Number 23. Who is this?
Can I take the heat out of some type of red? Great backdoor.
Larson hanging, finishing out the rim. Miami's on the board.
Corner backdoors are hard to guard.
Gortman? Who is that? Has he played? He's got 2 threes. Oh, he just turned it over. Okay, I mean, Beltre. Wow, this is kind of spicy. Beltre over Jeter. Beltre was a dog, man. You called him Ronald Nazario? Or my bad, my bad. My bad. I'm not meaning to do that. Adrian Beltre was the reason in high school baseball my senior year. Omax, nice. Free throws. Omax shoots so many free throws. I wore 29 because the number I usually wore was gone. Shout out to Adrian Beltre, the GOAT. Love that for him. Steve Nash at 51. Okay. Zidane. You guys are going to have to tell me. All right, Dirk's in the top 50. Assuming he's on here. Bonmati. Too low. So Zidane's too low. Look, they got a lot of international flair here, so you got to give them. Oh, hey, this is the guy who's always on the clips of the. I'm assuming football's version of Inside the NBA. Henry. Zidane is too low. So Zidane's too low. Henry over Zidane. Oh, that's a controversial one. I'm Henry in the Champions League. Jimmy Johnson. You should not be in the top 50, brother. You know, I'll live with your inclusion in the top 100. You should not be in the top 50. I'm drawing the fucking line. Sorry. Sorry. Max Scherzer at 46. I like that they got him in a picture of the Rangers jersey. That's nice. I like that. That actually reminds me that Chris Paul in a picture in a Warriors jersey. 3-time Cy Young winner. Damn, he's a dog, actually. This list is so bad. Who are these people? I'm not going to lie. I don't think it's as terrible as I was expecting. Big Papi. Obviously was going to be on this. He's pronounced Henry. Henry. Kind of like that, actually. Oh, Max is shooting more free throws. Mikhaila Shriffen. Skier. Okay. A-Rod at 43. Wow. We're getting to some heavy hitters here. A-Rod was like pretty comfortably the best player in baseball for a long time. Omax is a free throw version. Giannis at 42. Okay. So now my brain's asking, is Joel Embiid on this list? Because surely he's not higher than Giannis. So he's not on this list at all. Dirk is not on this list. Dirk has to be on this list. If Jason Kidd and Chris Paul are on this list. Oh, nice block. There he is. There he is. Dirk Nowitzki's at 41. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. That's cute. They definitely did that intentionally. Embiid's not on this list. He's not on this list. There's simply no way. 2011 champion, finals MVP, regular season MVP. Changed the game. Yep, he revolutionized the way the NBA game is played. My personal GOAT, my favorite athlete of all time, and I really highly doubt that'll ever change. Ever. Genuinely, I don't think an athlete will ever surpass Dirk for me, personally. It also helps that this was when I was growing up. So you're always going to have more. Luka, here's the thing. I grew up with Dirk. You're always going to have more of an emotional tie with the guy you grew up with. So Luka's not on this list. Okay, I didn't actually think Luka would be on this list. Justin Verlander, all right. Kevin Durant. Okay. Don't really have a problem with that. Barry Bonds at 38. So, in my opinion, the best baseball player to ever live. I don't have a problem with KD being ahead of Dirk, by the way. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, Barry Bonds played a good, healthy chunk of years in the 2000s. 7 years. 300 home runs in those 7 years. Holy fuck. You guys don't know who Barry Bonds is. Steroids baseball era count? It does count. I don't give a shit. It was the most popular time for baseball. Everyone loved tuning in and watching. It wasn't just a strikeout every other fucking at bat because the hitters sucked dick. It was actually a lot of fun. Okay? And now it's just a bygone era. And baseball sucks now. I'm just going to be honest with you. It fucking sucks. Okay? Just being real. It does. It's nowhere near as enjoyable to watch. Sorry to say it. We want steroids back. We want steroids back. We don't care. Barry Bonds was on steroids. Don't give a fuck at all. Cool. Everyone else should have been doing them. Yeah, and you know what? An underrated song as well. I don't know why everybody hates that song by Kanye West and Lil Wayne. It's a good song. That Sharp dude is wreaking havoc. Of course LeBron's done steroids. Guess what? Do steroids. I'm a proponent of it. Ichiro over Barry Bonds, no chance. But again, most of Barry Bonds' stats came before the year 2000, so that's where we're at. Oh, good move, AJ Lawson. That's not a travel, ref. That's not a travel. This feels kind of high for Ichiro. Maya Moore, okay. Mika Catchings, okay. Miguel Cabrera, yeah, iconic. Probably the best baseball player since the 2000s. Him and Pujols, who I'm guessing is on here. Marta, okay. Again, my football guys are going to have to tell me. Kershaw, shout out to D-Wade. Definitely don't shout out to D-Wade. Shout out to Dallas, Texas, baby. That's a travel, ref. Mike Trout. Okay, I feel like this is fair for Mike Trout. D-Wade isn't better than Dirk. Look, I'll agree with you on that one. No one else is going to agree with you, though. Good deal, Max. Good shit. Trout should be top 25. Yeah, one playoff appearance is harming Mike Trout here, but he is, I think most baseball people will say that he's the best baseball player of the generation, one of the best of all time. Some might even argue the best of all time. No, he's played in the playoffs once. Michael Shoemaker, auto racing. No, just no. Paul with the 199. Have you seen the secret base Barry Bonds video? I think I have, the one where if he didn't swing a bat. Jokic at 28. So Embiid is definitely not on this list then. All right. You know what I'm a little bit surprised about? I'm surprised that they didn't give D-Rose a shout, maybe in the very bottom of the list. Oh, Melvin Aginsa just hit a 3. Never liked Schumann. Kevin Garnett absolutely has to be on this list. Randy Moss. Now, is Kevin Garnett over Randy fucking Moss? Also, KG over Jokic. No, absolutely not. Just going to throw that in there. Absolutely not. We can just say it now. But KG absolutely has to be on this list, right? Absolutely has to be. He's not then. He's simply not. There's no way Kevin Garnett is over Peyton fucking Manning. There's absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way. Oh, did somebody just tear their Achilles in the backcourt? What the hell just happened? Who was that? I think that's actually fair for Jokic. Jokic is going to go down as around a top 10 player in the history of the sport. Oh, okay. This is all we have right now? Well, now I'm invested. Tomorrow we'll find out who the number one is. Kevin Garnett cannot be on this list. That's actually kind of surprising. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if Kawhi made this list, you would think Kevin Garnett probably would. That's a foul, ref. And one! All right, AJ Lawson, nice. Top 10 for Jokic. There will be people who argue Jokic is a top 10 player of all time. So who basketball-wise? Kobe, obviously, Shaq, Duncan. Kobe, Shaq, Duncan for sure. LeBron, obviously. I think that's probably it. Those are probably the last basketball-related guys. No, this isn't from the 2000s onward, so no Magic. Just since 2000. Oh, Steph, of course. Duh. I think... Ooh, AI is an interesting one. AI is an interesting one. I feel like he played a lot in the 90s. A little bit. Look, I'm going to be real with you. A little bit surprised Russell Westbrook did not make this list. This is just my basketball pilled brain. Derek Lively could potentially make the... Westbrook's not on this list. He's not going to be this high. David Lee. David West. Luis Scola. Mahomes for sure will be on this list. Way too many basketball players. Oh, baseball players. Well, we're done with the baseball players. Man, we're done with the baseball players. Trout is it. We're drawing the line there. There's not going to be another baseball player on this list. Oh, Pujols will be on here for sure. Pujols will be on here. That's it, though. Nick Van Exel. What about Nick Van Exit? Griffey was more 90s. Griffey was more 90s. Oh, McGregor will be on here for sure. Ronda Rousey will probably be on here. Anderson Silva, maybe. What's the Kazakhstanian guy's name? Khabib, he'll be on there. I'm actually very intrigued who number one's gonna be. It's either Brady or LeBron. I guess it could be Messi. I don't think they'd do that. I don't think they'd go Messi. Oh, Phelps will be on here for sure. It's not going to be Messi. I'm telling you right now. It'll be LeBron or Brady. They might not give it to Brady because of the... They might not give it to Brady because of the fact that that's not a global game at all. Tarasi's going to be on here. I'm thinking WNBA players. Cynthia Cooper. Sue Bird, maybe, but we've gotten to that. We've gotten too high on that. Tiger Woods will obviously be on here. Simone Biles will be on here. Who's getting let out of the top five? Brady, LeBron, Messi, Ronaldo, Tiger. I think you could maybe make the argument that didn't Tiger do a lot of his stuff in the 90s? Joey Chestnut. Yo, they got to have Joey Chestnut on here. All right, I like that take, Max, but only won 3 of his 15 majors in the 90s. Okay. Woods will be in the top 5, without a doubt. Woods will for sure be in the top 5. Serena, honestly, will probably be in the top 5. Go to work, Max. Dude, Chestnut's got to be on here. Who is the guy that he always was in competitions with? Who was the Asian dude? Oh, Tony Hawk will most certainly be on here as well. Kobayashi. Yeah, Kobayashi. Will they have a hot dog eater on here? That's got to be the question we ask. Will they have a hot dog eater? Wow, there's actually a lot of great athletes. I'm kind of excited to see the rest of this list. I wish we waited until it was full. Simone Biles will be on here, unquestionably, yes. I mean, they said Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning was in the third. Is that not fucking insane? I'm sorry. Is this not? So what's? Peyton at 26. Is that not crazy? No way they're Travis Pastrana. No, I don't think so. No Romo. I thought that they would sneak in a Cowboys quarterback. I thought it'd be Romo or Dak, but after seeing this list, there's simply no possible way you could sneak one of those guys in. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who the fuck's on the court for the Mavericks right now. Usain Bolt's got to be on there. Usain Bolt absolutely has to be on there. I don't know if any of the current track stars have been doing it long enough. Jake Paul. Michael Phelps, no way they put Phelps in the top 5. There's simply no way. I'm just thinking LeBron, lock top 5. Brady, lock top 5. So lock those two into your top 5. I don't know how the fuck you could not have Tiger in your top 5. Oh, I'm sorry. Lock Messi into your top 5 as well. So there's 3 right there that are absolutely locked in your top 5. I think Tiger absolutely has to be in your top 5. And then if I had to guess, Serena would be the other one. I don't think Phelps will be top 5. Phelps might actually be closer to 20. Mahomes will be on the list. Interested to see how high he is. Paul, $5. Did you pick up any Dutch words in Amsterdam? Like Barham, the only one I picked up was Brust. That's it. They speak English. They speak English. You picked up COVID? Very possible. Very possible I got COVID. Very possible. So that's it. They've already done Phil. There won't be another golfer, will there? There will not be another golfer. Lewis Hamilton being top 25. Okay. I did watch the Euros, yeah. I went to a local pub here, a local British pub, and watched the final. Kevin Porter Jr., that's a different list, but he's on a list for sure. Tiger will be in the top 5. It's really hard for me to imagine. What about, there was a stretch there in the early to mid 2000s where the World Series of Poker was like big on ESPN. Is there any chance somebody who's good at that is on in the top 25? No way, right? That feels like we need to throw somebody in. We'll put them at like 98. Phil Ivey. That makes... What about that bowling guy? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Bowling, hot dog eating, poker, all of these, if they were to give you a shout out, you would have been low. You would have been low on the list. I'm not going to lie. The Summer League moments that are the worst is like games like these where your team's winning, but like nobody who actually has a real legitimate chance of being on your team is playing well. I feel like they'll do Roger, Djokovic, Nadal back to back to back of 15 or something. Oh, yeah, all 3 of those guys are there. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Was he even good? I thought that was the whole thing because he wasn't good. Lively might be on the list. All right. I guess I'm a hop off and watch the rest of this game. I'm doing a locked on later. Oh, good move. Look at the footwork. Airball layup. That's all right. That's all right. Esports. Jeff Gordon. Is he the GOAT NASCAR guy? He might be on here then. We've had a couple NASCAR guys. Game clock's at 9:08. Who's your top 3 if Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi aren't in? Well, my number 1 would be Braun. Number 2, probably Brady. And Messi will be in the top 3 for sure. Those Braun, Brady, and Messi. Lock them in. Lock them into the top 3. In whatever order they do. Who is that one woman racer who constantly wrecked out? Danica Patrick. That's the only woman racer I know. I don't know anything about racing, to be fair. All right, I'm hopping off. Video, yes. Clay video tomorrow. Clay video tomorrow. Be live again on Friday just to chat. We're just chatting. No motorcycle racing? I don't know. I'll be excited I'll be excited on Friday to view this top 25. I'll be excited. Sean White was already on the list. All right, thank you all for coming out. All the OGs, you guys know I love you very much. Could have spent your Wednesday afternoon anywhere in the world. You decided to spend it here. New subscribers, I promise you guys not regret it. We're reaching the dog days of summer, so we're gonna just have some more out of left field streams and stuff like that. So don't be like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? We talk about whatever we want. Donations, members, thank you guys so much. You never have to do that, but it helps me out tremendously. It makes me feel so good. I'll be on Locked On today, video tomorrow, and stream again on Friday. So talk to you guys soon. Love you all. Bye.